Hello and welcome to Our Haunt. This is a short visual novel that I decided I wanted to check out. As far as I know, this is about a ghost wandering a college town with no memories other than the face of another man. So, yeah. Sounds intriguing, so let's start a new game. 10 years ago I died. That's the only explanation I have for what happened to me. One day, I simply came into being with no memories and no name. What I remember from back then is spotty. I wandered around aimlessly, with no idea what was going on with me, or around me. At some point I overheard someone talking about a tragedy that happened. Did you hear about the senior who died? Oh god, yes. I feel so bad for his family. Just before graduation too. Maybe you should have a loved one taken away from them like that. Never thought something like that would happen here. Pretty sure I was that tragedy. But as time went on, people mentioned the tragedy less and less. Most of the students here now probably don't even know that there was a tragedy. I stopped near a gazebo and closed my eyes. For a moment, focus on the one fragment of a clue I have. This man. Don't know who he is, don't know his name or how, even if, I know him. But I'm sure that if I find him, I'll be able to understand how I ended up like this. Except, as time goes on, it seems less and less likely. I haven't ever seen him on campus or around town. Guess that makes sense. I think we were close in age. If he graduated, he probably wouldn't need to come back. Hell, well, I know he's dead too. Never met any other ghosts, so if he died, that doesn't mean we'd be able to find each other. And since nobody can see or hear me, I can't ask anyone for help. Once tried using a computer to search for him, but I hit a wall fast. Can't put a memory into a search engine. So, Mona Lee was a dead end the whole time. Eventually, I came to terms with the fact that this is my life now, so to speak. Not all bad. I can go anywhere I want. I can explore the world if I really wanted to, but something keeps pulling me back to the campus. Not literally, but every time I think about going outside the town, I wonder. What if he comes and I miss him? I know the chances are low, but they're not zero. Maybe one day I'll find the courage to leave. But I don't think today will be that day. This evening isn't much different from most others. The main thing is that people walking across the campus are a bit older than usual. Not senior citizens or anything, but clearly not current students. Probably a reunion going on. It's around that time of year when reunion parties happen one by one for every class with enough people still alive to throw them. Let's follow someone to the reunion. Why not check it out? Might as well check it out, not like I have anything better to do. Not like I've ever had anything better to do. For a group of women excitedly chattering with each other towards where the student center is. Sign above the door says, "Welcome back class of 2014. 2014? So that means people are coming here for a 10-year reunion. Wait, 10 years? If everyone coming here graduated 10 years ago, then... No, I shouldn't get my hopes up. I'm about to stop myself from being disappointed, but before I can take more than a single step, voice cuts through the campus ambient chatter. Can't believe you convinced me to fly all the way out here, Ash. Huh, something about that voice. Oh, Eric, you just don't want to disappoint your little sister. You're my only little sister. A man and a woman are talking to each other just inside the entrance. Woman, Ash, sighs before she responds again. Look, I knew this was going to eat you up if you didn't come. And if you have a terrible time, you'd regret not going even more. Yeah, I know, you're right. This man, Eric. That doesn't mean that I'm excited about it. My old friends. Everything's going to overshadow by, well, him. Looks a bit older than the man in my memory, and his hairstyle is different. Just go in there, mingle for a bit, go ham on the punch if you have to. But he's the same man, I know it. Can't be anyone else. God, I never imagined this would actually happen after all this time. What the hell do I do? Let's approach him immediately. What could go wrong, right? Forced to expect this to work, but I have to try. Hey, excuse me. It's been so long since I've talked to anyone. Even though I don't have the vocal cords, they still feel sore and out of practice. Yeah? Rick turns to look at me. When he sees me, he startles. Oh, sorry, you just, surprised me a bit. Confusion on Eric's face is obvious. Eric, right? As if I didn't just learn his name 5 minutes ago by eavesdropping. Yeah, that's me. Well, we're both class of 2014. I think. I guess it's the most likely option. Eric, are you alright? Why are you just talking to empty air? Ash looks warily at her brother, concern etched on her face, puts her hands on Eric's shoulders. Change my mind, we're leaving, now. Yeah, I think that's for the best. Thanks for looking out for me. No problem, come on, let's get back to my car. You get to choose the music this time, even the stuff with the screaming. Guess it makes sense that she would be worried about her brother talking to a ghost. All I can do is watch helplessly as the man I've been looking for the past decade walks away. God, I can't believe I got so close and managed to blow it. Ending 2 bailed out. Locked 1 out of 5 endings. Okay, well, time to not do that option. Okay, I had to restart because I didn't save, but I want to see what happens if we decide to leave instead. Nah, it's not worth it. I'm just so tired. Not in a physical way, like a living human would be. At least, I don't think so. Going to watch a movie. Hopefully there's something interesting playing tonight. Go to the opposite way through campus to a local movie theatre. Most of the movies playing I've seen already, a couple more than once. But I see an unfamiliar poster for what looks like a sci-fi flick, Alien Quest. Seems pretty cool. I ignore the ticket booths on the concession stand in favour of just passing through the door into the theatre showing the movie I want. Find an empty spot and sit down in it. Not necessary, but it improves the experience, I think. The trailers and PSAs are drone on and on, my vision gets blurrier and blurrier. Oh, finally I can see nothing at all. Ending 1 opportunity. Yep, figured as much. 2 out of 5 endings now. Okay, this time we wait for the woman to leave. Can't mess this up. Just can't. No, I'm not making you haul my ass out the student centre again. It was mortifying enough the first time. The woman laughs, nearly doubling over. Alright, good luck in there. Text me if you need me, but I'll come back to pick you up later. Thanks. Love you, Ash. Even when you're acting like Mum. Love you too. When I watch some hug, I can't help but feel I'm intruding on a family moment, even though they've been having this conversation in the middle of a public place. Ash lets go first and waves enthusiastically as she leaves. Then, Eric turns around, now facing me. What? Blinks look of surprise on his face. What did he see? Oh, sorry. You just look a lot like someone I knew. Of quickly turn around to look at what's behind me, which is obviously nothing. Wait, did he see me? Seriously? Carefully I start to speak. First time I've talked to anyone in years. Sure, let's accept this explanation. Yeah, that sometimes happens. Can't do it. No, I'm so close, but this is too much. Talking to him, talking to anyone. I feel like I'm about to jump into the ocean without being able to swim. Sorry if I startled you. It's no problem. I have a good time in there. Takes all my nerve just to get that one last sentence out. Last thing I'll ever say. Will do. You have a good evening too. As he goes to enter the building, he tries to pat me on the shoulder, but his hand passes through me. Really suppress a shiver at the sensation. I see his face twist in confusion as he stares at his own hand for a bit. But it doesn't amount to anything. Simply shrugs and opens the door to the student center. Part of me feels terrible for chickening out at the last moment, but another part of me feels like I'm finally free. Saw the man who invaded my thoughts, and I'll finally decide to move on. Ending 3, a new beginning. Okay, let's try saying that we actually know each other. No, I'm pretty sure we know each other. Sorry, but the guy I knew, Eric frowns at me, or at least towards me. He looks like he's trying to prepare a painful shot. He's dead, so no, it can't be him. Hey, Eric. With her head shoot in the direction of Ash's voice, I was up holding up a phone. Wasn't expecting you to leave an early birthday present in my car tonight. What? Hey, give me my phone back. Maybe I should keep it, since you were nice enough to surprise me. Ash. Alright, here's your phone. Thanks. Now get in there. You look like an idiot standing outside all alone. Huh, but Eric looks at me, hold my finger to my lip. Takes the hint. Yeah, you're right. Didn't realize how long I'd been out here. Quickly say a second set of goodbyes when Eric and I once again alone, turns to me in a panic. What the hell was that about, man? People can't see me, except for you, apparently. Realize how ridiculous that sounds, right? So for yourself, sister was looking straight at me and she had no idea I was here. Yeah, and she's not the kind of person to pull this as a prank. Sorry, man. Give me a moment. Turns around, watch as he looks up at the sky, raises his hand to the top of his head, then slowly drags them all the way down his face. Fuck. But it's really you, August. August? Is that my name? Nothing else? That mystery is finally solved. No offense, it's just... this is impossible. You're dead. You can't be here. We shouldn't be able to have this conversation. But we are. Yeah, we are. Turns back to me, looking noticeably frazzled. So, what? You're a ghost now? I am. Seriously? Try touching me. Eric looks warily at me before trying to place a hand on my shoulder. Just goes straight through me. I can feel a strange sensation where his body intersects with mine. Whoa. So you really are. Do you want to have this conversation somewhere that's less exposed? Huh? Oh yeah, people will think I'm talking to myself. Not a perfect place to go. Come on. Follow Eric all the way across campus, far from where the student center is. As we walk, the crowds around us thin out. Partially because we travelled in the opposite direction from everyone else, but also because people rarely ever go to this area. When we stop, we're in a forested area at the very edge of campus. This place. We used to hang out here a lot. His voice is wistful, nostalgic, but with an undertone of pain to it. In the early days, I felt cold here. Kept coming here over and over again, thinking that this time there would be a clue, anything, but there was always nothing. Gave up eventually, but I can't deny that the cold is still here, just easier to ignore. Even now, something about this place feels... It's like the trees want to tell me something, but why? I could never figure it out before. God, I hope this isn't the place where we died. Eric walks up to a tree and leans his back against it. Just like old times? Not exactly like old times, but a lot like old times. God, I never imagined. What did I do to deserve this? Looks like Look, it's not like I'm sad or angry or anything. I spent 10 years thinking you were gone. All this time, you were just here. If I hadn't run away like a coward. Quickly wipes away a tear. No, let's not go down that path. I can't chase the past. Just gotta keep moving forward. Here I am, talking and not letting you get a word in edgewise. Really is like old times. Come on, let me know what you're thinking. Okay, well, let's ask a hard-hitting question first. How did I die? Eric looks down at the ground, his face in shadow. I don't know. Sorry. Really? That seems weird. And if you didn't see my death happen, surely you must have at least heard about it. Let's push the issue. I don't believe you. You must have to know something, even if it's just rumors. You're right, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have lied about that. It's just really hard for me to talk about. But you deserve to know the truth. It was exactly a week before we were supposed to graduate. We were hanging around here like we usually did. I was goofing around, you know, trying to make the most of our time here before it ended. You see how high the trees here go, right? I've always been really good at climbing trees, so I wanted to get one last good climb in before graduation. Tried to egg you into climbing up too. Gonna let me just sit up here all alone? Nope, just wait a few minutes. You're doing a pretty good job. Honestly, I thought you would get a few feet up and then give up. But you kept going. Really proud of you. But then, right before you got to where I was sitting, you slipped. Missed a branch. Watched you fall all the way down. Had a really bad snap as soon as you hit the ground. And at that point, I knew. Tried to get down as quickly as I could without killing myself too. It was good that you don't remember it. It looked really painful. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. If I hadn't climbed that fucking tree, at least if I hadn't tried to get you up there with me. I'm the one who chose to climb up after you, right? It's not like you held a gun to my head. Well, yeah, but don't need to treat yourself like a murderer just because we were both acting stupid. I guess not, but my apology still stands. I'm sorry for climbing out the tree in the first place. Very close weakly at my apology. Alright. Anything else? Man, what a way to fucking go out. Man, Poor Eric, though. He's had to live with that shit for 10 years. Okay, what were we to each other? Eric stares at me for a little bit. Whatever he was expecting me to ask, it clearly wasn't that. What kind of question is that? Like, were we friends, or... We were dating. You really didn't know? I thought that's the reason why you talked to me, since I was your boyfriend when it happened. I had no idea. Don't remember anything before I died except your face. Don't even know my own name until you called me by it. I figured we knew each other somehow, but for all I knew, we were best friends or brothers. Thought you were just some guy I saw around and never got around to talking to. Damn. Maybe it's for the best though. I can't remember the painful stuff either. I don't know. Hey, do you have any other questions for me? Since this is your first time meeting a ghost, probably anyone's time first meeting a ghost. I know, I watched a lot of ghost movies. Maybe some of them are based on true stories. I doubt it, but you never know. So, what's it like being a ghost? Yeah, it's lonely. I get it. Felt pretty alone for a while after too. No, it's not the same. I don't get to talk to anyone. Just stand around and watch as they live their lives. Can't talk to people. You still have your sister and whatever other friends and family you have. You still have your life. Sorry, you're right. Don't need to apologize, just maybe try to think a little bit more. Yeah, I'll try. Suddenly, I can hear rustling nearby. Eric hears it too, since he looks around at the same time as I do. First, it seems like it might be an animal, but the real culprits reveal themselves quickly. Hey, come on. Muscling up the tree is a loser. Fuck's sake, you're practically falling over. Can't see them clearly, but it looks like they're a small group of drunk students headed our way. They're nearly tripping over each other. Wonderful. Guess the RAs aren't doing a very good job at keeping alcohol out of the dorms. Don't worry, I'll handle this. Let's try to drive them away ourselves. How about you let me handle it? You sure about that? Considering the whole ghost thing? My plan. Trust me on this. Concentrate my energy and I'll quickly pick a fallen branch up off the ground. Whoa. I have to specifically focus to be able to touch things, but I can do it no problem. Branch in hand, I go towards the drunk students. Make sure to shake it around for extra effect. Before long, I can hear the drunk start to react. Hey bro, don't interrupt me when I'm in the zone, man. No bro, look over there, floating in the air. Not falling for that one again, asshole. It's real this time, I swear. Scared drunk places his hand on the angry drunk's shoulder, possibly turns him in my direction. What the? Angry drunk screams, and together the whole group runs away in horror. I can hear Eric laugh behind me. It's a clear, melodic sound that stirs emotion I haven't felt in a very long time. Damn, that was good. You're more dangerous than you look, huh? Oh, hold up. Let me see what this is. He takes his phone out of his pocket and taps the screen. His face scrunches. Ash is here to pick me up. Guess time was moving a lot faster than I thought it was. Going to be mad when she finds out I never actually went to the party. Are we going to see each other again? I live across the country now, so probably not. Had to fly over here. But that doesn't mean we can't see each other again, right? It doesn't, but... Are you sure that's what you want? From my perspective, you're someone I've loved for a long time. But from your perspective, might as well be a total stranger. I've been stuck here for 10 years. It's not that there's anything wrong with this college or this town, but I'm ready to leave. I want to do that with you. Please? Rick smiles shyly at me. Let's go then. Ash gets cranky when I leave her waiting too long. For what may be the last time, we leave our old haunts in the forest. Gone across campus towards where the parking lot is. Continue to make small talk along the way. He tells me what the city he lives in, about his museum creator job, about the coffee shop he's a regular at. In exchange, tell him about the parties I've infiltrated, movies I've watched, pranks I've pulled. Along the way, reach towards Eric, and with all my concentration grab onto his hand. Flinches only slightly, looking back at me before his face turns red. Don't know how life is going to shake out in the future. Right here, right now. Glad to finally have someone to spend it with. Ending 5, together again. Oh, that was so sweet. That was so cute. We unlocked a new epilogue. Play in the epilogue section of the main menu. Okay. But I am missing ending 4, so I'm going to try and find that one. Okay, I'm going to see what happens if I let him do it this time. Go ahead, I'll watch. Eric goes over to where the students are, me on his heels. Looks at them with a steady, determined expression. Hey kids, the hell are you doing on my turf? Your turf? The fuck are you talking about? How can this be your turf if I've never seen you before? Come on, it's not worth trying to pick a fight with an old man. Let him use the forest as his retirement home or whatever. Fine. Belligerent drunk spits on the ground before staring Eric in the eye, or trying to, wobbling too much to be threatening. Let you live tonight, but if I ever see you here again, it's on sight. We clear? Crystal. Name's Greg, dumbass. Let's get going before this guy makes me madder. Greg and the rest of the drunken students shamble away, barely managing to stay upright enough to make the journey. Why did they even bother going outside when they're that shit-faced? I think that's what college students are like. Yeah, I bet you've seen a bunch of shit like that. Can't say I was much different either. But old man, barely over 30. I got more than half my life ahead of me. You do look older than I remember you. Not that much older, surely. No, but it took a second for me to recognize you. Oh, yeah. Taking a tea will do that to a guy. Oh, hold up. Let me see what this is. Okay, and then, yeah, it's same from here. Okay, trying to go back a little bit further. I'm gonna see what happens if we decide to just let it go and not try and push the issue and not find out about how we died. Alright, if you say so. I'm convinced he's telling the truth, but he's obviously still reeling from meeting me in the first place. Maybe if I ask later, he'll be more forthcoming. Okay, now he's asking about what it's like being a ghost. I'll say it's interesting this time. I can do a lot of things that humans can't, like float around and sneak into places. Get to watch movies at the theater whenever I want. Was I into movies before I died? A bit, but tickets were too expensive for us to go to the movies too often. Both of us were broke. Plus, the nearest one here was way too strict about bringing your own concessions. I once had to convince them not to literally throw me out of my ass just for bringing in a couple of cans of soda. None of that's a problem for me anymore. New movie that came out in the past decade and I probably watched it. So you would say that ultimately your death was a good thing? What? No, I'm just trying to make the best of a bad situation. Not like I would have chosen this. Don't mind being able to go to movies for free, but all things considered, I'd rather be alive. Yeah, sorry, it's a good point. I knew this was going to be the most likely situation, but... okay, this is different. What are you going to do from here? Move on with my life, I guess. Nothing else to it. Can't look me in the eyes. Not the most glamorous answer, but there you go. It's all I can do. Just move on one day at a time. Before I leave though, I need to tell you something. So sorry for hurting you. I never wanted things to go as far as they did. I get it now. Finally, everything makes sense. How hesitant he's been. All the little things he keeps saying. All these pieces fit together perfectly. And lead to one possible conclusion. Who killed me? I'm sorry. The spur is etched deep into his face. Just a few minutes ago, might have moved me, but not anymore. Not even going to deny it? Never meant. You're a murderer. Came here to ease your own guilty conscience, knowing that I'd never be able to take revenge for what you did to me. But you were wrong. Leave here and don't come back. I never want to see you again. You won't. As it leaves like a wounded dog with its tail between its legs, can't help but think Eric seemed a lot less angry about being called a murderer than I would have expected. Even his token protest was pathetic. He was completely resigned to the blood on his hands. Don't think he is going to risk coming back to the campus again. Not even with his sister's goading. And I'll make sure of that. Ending 4, mistaken revenge. Jesus fucking Christ, that was a dark ending. Well, because we chose not to find out how we actually died. I've gotten all the endings, yay. And also unlocked a new epilogue. Okay, well, time to read through the epilogues then. Which epilogue would you like to view? Oh, we got tragic or romantic. Oh, we'll get the tragic one out of the way first. There's nothing like being a passenger on a nighttime drive to let your thoughts spiral out of control. God, I messed up. Messed up so bad. Messed up 10 years ago. I messed up tonight. Kinda wanted to go back, beg for forgiveness. Made my case that Olga's a mistake, or mistaken. But what did I do? One day at a time. You alright, Eric? You seem kinda pale. I'm fine. I think something I ate there might not have agreed with me. Oh, it's not any fun. I feel terrible lying to Ash about this when she's been so supportive of me, but how can I explain? Oh, so you know that time my boyfriend died? Yeah, I met his ghost today. Mugged up on our reunion so badly that now he's convinced I murdered him. I'm sure that would go over well. Try to focus on the music that the radio's playing. This is very upbeat for the situation at hand. It's an upbeat pop song. Seems like it might take my mind off. Yeah, I'm not gonna try and sing that. Never mind, this isn't helping. Tune the music out and shift my attention onto our surroundings themselves. Not a whole lot to see or hear at night, especially since Ash already insists on using the back roads. There are trees, brushes, streetlights, cracks in the concrete, occasionally another driver. And... wait, what? In the middle of the road. I goes into a panic before my mind can think through it all. After thinking about it consciously, I start screaming, merely grabbed Ash's arm to steer the car away from August. Eric, what the hell? Well, that was ominous and kind of dark. Definitely don't like that, but let's go on to the romantic epilogue. Hopefully this one will be a lot more cheery than that one. Dreamed about something like this happening one day. Not the kind of dream that you put work into achieving, but the kind where you know it's never gonna happen, just want to comfort yourself. Mentioned that his death was all just a nightmare I had. Eventually, I'd wake up and be a week before graduation again. Mentioned that the fall wasn't fatal. Those dreams, I was the gallant boyfriend visiting my injured partner in the hospital. Giant flower bouquets. Cheered him on as he recovered slowly, one day at a time. Imagined lots of things as time went on. Imagined less and less. Moved on, for lack of a better phrase. Grad school, new job in the city, new partners. That one doomed relationship took up less and less of my memory over time. This, being reunited so suddenly, in such a strange way, feels like I've just been run over by a truck. Not complaining, mind you, but it still feels surreal to be in my sister's guest bedroom with my ghost boyfriend. So, how are you feeling about this so far? Your sister's house is pretty nice. It's just too bad that I can't talk to her. Yeah. Wonder if I'll ever be able to explain this to anyone. Maybe not necessarily Ash, since we don't see each other that often anymore. But I have friends and neighbours who will ask questions eventually. Did we get along when I was still alive? Me and Ash, I mean. I don't think you two met that often. Guys went in the same clubs and had different majors. She was doing accounting. Really exciting stuff, clearly. But I don't remember you fighting or anything either. She never complained about you like she did with some of my other boyfriends. Well, being my little sister, she sure does act like a mom sometimes. That guy doesn't respect you at all. You should throw him in the dumpster. Blow you out of jail if you need it. He eventually cheats on me, so she ends up being right all along. Going to miss her once we fly out. It takes a lot, but it's not the same. Suddenly August places a hand on my cheek. It's a strange sensation. Cold is one way to describe it. It's not like being caressed by an ice pack. I want to know everything. About you, about me, about us. No matter how long it takes. Don't worry, we've got all the time in the world now. Then he kisses me. A soft, shy kiss that's over as soon as it starts. Leaves a tingle on my lips. Oh, that one was sweet. Oh, that was our haunt. That was an interesting little visual novel. If you guys want to check this out for yourself, link will be down in the description below, and yeah, with that, we'll be moving on to the next game.